EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Now an option play on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. In motion, the tight end. Love from the gun. The short throw to Musgrave. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets them to about the 44. The Packers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
The numbers for Benson in last week's ball game. 15 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Here's second and 3. Up the middle they go. Cartwright. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Benson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second and 7. They'll go again with Benson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. On the ground with a tight end. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Second and 6. A give up the middle with Benson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action. Now Purdy. Caught by Allen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Purdy looking to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. Throwing here, Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packers ready to take over offensively. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Cartwright, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Love. A short throw to Musgrave. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Love to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Throwing, Love. Open man here is Benson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. To throw now, here's Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for two.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got Ayuk once again.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They go play action here. Purdy.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Benson.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
Well, Love wants to shift things around.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. Yeah, he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Two yards to go, second down. They run over center with Benson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, right back to Benson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Trey Benson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. We're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Purdy now to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. Purdy. He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a carry for Allen. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Braylon Allen.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and running back Trey Benson headed back onto the field.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Another run here with Benson.
And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go.
Cartwright, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Cartwright. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Love now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Love looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
They'll run with Benson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers get a bit closer.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And he's going to be brought down, but the double pass worked to perfection.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Benson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Packers are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Purdy with one final shot here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Now a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably